Let's start with the Harden trade to the Nets. If they do have the big three, if they somehow figure this thing out with Kyrie and the three of them together, do they win the championship this year?
I don't know if they win the championship. I'm still gonna have the Lakers as the prohibitive favorite because I love the chemistry, not just the talent, but the chemistry. But I will say this, with or without Kyrie Irving, this is finals or bust. You don't make it to the finals, it's a failure. You cannot have two juggernauts like James Harden and Kevin Durant together and don't come out of the Eastern Conference. You look at the Philadelphia 76ers, Ben Simmons still can't shoot, refuses to shoot. He's attempted about 2 3-pointers this entire year. The other day, I watched somebody back into the paint about 10 feet away from him and damn to shoot a jump shot. That's problematic for me, even though they've surrounded Joel Embiid with shooters, and he's playing like an MVP. In the case of the Greek freak, Giannis Antetokounmpo, he still has to work on his perimeter game. Come playoff time when defenses get back, collapse, and force you into shooting more perimeter shots, you still got to show me that you can be that dude. And then you got to go up against KD. Fresh off of 18 months after an Achilles tear, your first 8 games, you're averaging 29 on 54% shooting. There is no excuse on God's green earth for this team not to be in the NBA Finals out of the Eastern Conference, plain and simple.
And they wanted to come together. We had Woj earlier saying that this was hatched sort of over the summer. Harden and KD want to come together. So that means we would think that they would each be willing to sacrifice the way they will need to on the floor for each other. How do you see that? What will they have to do?
I'm not concerned about that at all. I don't think that James Harden gets enough credit for, even though he dribbles a lot and what have you, because he had the luxury of being able to do that in Houston. This dude can register assists even out of shape and not playing aggressively. He still left Houston averaging 24 and 10, in the first few games. This brother is that guy. He can play the point guard spot. He can play off guard. And with Kevin Durant, if there is a reason to be unselfish, he would be the reason, because he's one of the most unselfish offensive superstars you've ever seen. The issue is Kyrie Irving. We don't know where he's at physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually. We don't know where the hell Kyrie Irving is, figuratively and literally. And as a result of that, that's going to be a huge question mark. That's one of the biggest reasons why they went about the business of going all in with James Harden yesterday, because you don't know what's going to happen with Kyrie Irving. We don't even know if he's going to be there. I've heard NBA folks talk to me yesterday. They said to me, listen, Kyrie keeps this up, Brooklyn might be in a position to void his contract. Now, he's not stupid. He ain't going to walk away from $33 million, $35 million next year, and then after that, a player option for $36 million. But they are not pleased with what's going on with him right now. He's got to get his act together, because if he doesn't, and Kevin Durant sits up there and says, hey, man, we got to move forward, then it's going to be about Kevin Durant and James Harden.
Allie, I want to keep it here if I can. We were going to go over to the Urban Meyer stuff. Again, the latest on Urban Meyer is we're waiting to see if he gets a deal.
By the way, there's nothing to get into today. Urban Meyer, congratulations. They've made one playoff appearance since 2007. They're lucky to have Urban Meyer. Good luck. You got a task ahead of you. He can handle it. End of discussion.
Fair enough. Okay.
Jacksonville.
But I want to stay here because you said, and it got a lot of attention yesterday, that you believe if Kyrie's head just isn't in it, which it doesn't appear to be, that he should just retire. What was your thinking there?
He should retire, because he's not prioritizing basketball. He's not prioritizing doing his job. Greeny, you have a great show in the morning right now with Get Up. I do First Take. You know what? We get paid for a reason. It's not just because of our ability to perform on the air. It's because we're trustworthy. Kevin Durant's got his contract. James Harden's got his contract. You got superstars like LeBron James and others. Why? You have to prove that you're trustworthy, that you're going to show up to work. And when we look at superstars, Steph Curry, Kevin Durant, LeBron James, these guys, the one good thing you can say about them, they love ball and they're going to show up to play. What is Kyrie Irving doing? We don't know. We're hearing that the media are peons. We're hearing that, he's just on a level intellectually. There were so many more important things going on, et cetera, et cetera. Well, every word that comes out of his mouth from the opening tap with the media, he's been basically saying basketball is not that important. It's not a priority, but you got your hand out for your money. It does not work that way. You have to show up. The city of Brooklyn, listen, they got a lot of folks in there that are doing well, and then you have other folks that are impoverished. We understand it. Kyrie Irving, very philanthropic, very charitable, a good dude, heart's in the right place. But the reality is that despite all the things that's going on in this world, when it comes to Brooklyn, they want to see that man at the Barclays Center. They want to see him performing on that court with Kevin Durant. They're excited about the possibilities, and you got to show up. And if you're going to give the impression that it's not a priority, then why should I pay you for something that's not important to you? go on and do what you got to do, and then come back, unretire when you're ready to commit yourself the way that you're going to admit it. But until then, he should not be a part of this team if he doesn't want to be a part. He's healthy enough to play, and he's not playing. What possible excuse is that when you didn't play since February 1st? You got injured. You had the right shoulder injury. You've been out all of these months. You weren't around in the bubble. Now you come back, and then you don't want to play for personal reasons while you seen partying with family members and friends? Nah, ain't nobody got time for that. Go on.
I have to let you go because First Take is coming up, but just super quickly, do you have any sense of how long the Nets are willing to let this go?
I do not. I do not, but I would tell you that he's lucky. He's lucky it ain't me. He's lucky. I'm not Sean Marks. Listen, I'd have Kevin Durant offer, yo, man, come here, man. Let me talk to you, KD. How long we got to deal with this? Because he here because of you. If you didn't want him here, he wouldn't be here because we were cool. We were Spencer Dinwiddie, Karis LeVert. We were cool, all right? But we want you so bad. How long we got to deal with this? Because I need a window. Because after that window, he lucky. The owner, please. Kyrie, I'd give him till the weekend because he's healthy. Now, if he's injured, that's different. He's healthy. He'd have until Sunday night. Monday, if I don't see you, man, he'd be in trouble. Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.